Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back for the first AB Daily News of the year 2023 with the Hockey Coach Joe Coach FRENCHY. Today, episode number 219. What do you have in the menu, Coach, today? First of all, we're going to give you some update of the World Junior Championship AB prospect. Secondly, we're going to review the month of the December for the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, it's not pretty. Finally, I'm going to give you some resolution that Montreal need for the year 2023. But before we start, we want to invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and please leave me a comment about this episode, and let's talking about the first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about the World Junior Championship 2023 Montreal Canadiens prospect. Team Canada called up Owen Beck, prospect for the Montreal Canadiens, after an injury of Colton Dach during the last game. Beck joined the team in Halifax. But today I want to talk about two specific players for the Montreal Canadiens. Have a great tournament right now with their team. First of all, Joshua Roy with Team Canada, and 4 games, he have 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Played most of the time with Connor Bedard. Then Philippe Mazar with the Team Slovakia. After 4 games, he has 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. Both of them are going to play each other today, because today Canada play against Team Slovakia at 6:30 Eastern Time. We're going to do the play-by-play, by the way, commentary with the Hockey Coach Local FRENCHY. We invite you to join us for this game. Then we have 3 other games for the quarterfinal World Junior Championship. First of all, the big game for me is the Team Sweden versus Team Finland. We have Kapanen versus Engstrom for the Montreal Canadiens prospect. Then Team USA play against Germany. Hudson play for Team USA, score a first goal of the tournament during the last game. And finally, Team Switzerland play against the Czechia, game number 4 of the day for the World Junior Championship. That's what we have for you guys today. So I'm going to give you all the update tomorrow for the next video about the Montreal Canadiens prospect during the World Junior Championship. And let's talking about the next subject of the day. My next subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens review December 2022. I did every search for you guys to give you a little bit more happening for the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, they play 15 games during the month of December, 11 on the road, 4 at home. The record is 4-9-2 with only 10 points in that month. They are 30 in the standing during the month of December. The goal for is 35. The goal again, guys, is 61. The differential goal is minus 26 in this month. That's give you an idea why they are 4-9-2. Their power play is 15.3, 29 in NHL during the month of December. And remember, guys, they have 3 goals in the last 6 attempts in the last 2 games. Without this performance, Montreal was only at 10.8 after 13 games during the last 2 games, but still they are at the bottom in NHL. Then the PK was worse because they are at the bottom in NHL at 66.2% for the Montreal Canadiens. They gave 20 goals and 55 attempts during the month of December. Then I want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens now at the end of this month. They are at the bottom of NHL for the Atlantic Division. Then they are 15 of the 16 team in the Conference Eastern. Finally, in the league, they are dropped now at 27. Remember, at the beginning of the December, they were a little bit over 500 during the December 1st. Then the Montreal Canadiens player stats. So I want to give you a little bit more who has a better month for the Montreal Canadiens. It's a little bit strange. First of all, Cole Caulfield, guys, in 15 games, he has 9 goals, but 0 assists. That's shocking me to see this Caulfield. 0 assists, but 9 goals for him. He scored the last game with 2 goals. He's 20 and 21 of this season. Then Nick Suzuki, 8 points in 15 games. After the month of November, he was carrying up 1 point per game. You can see he has like almost 0.5 per game point during the month of December. He have only 4 points in the last 10 games with the Montreal Canadiens. He struggled a little bit during the month of December. And then finally, Kirby Dach, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. He have only 1 goal in the last 23 games with the Montreal Canadiens, the number 77. Then you have Christian Dvorak in December, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points, like Kirby Dach. Then you have Josh Anderson, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points. Jake Evans, 1 goal, 4 assists, and 5 points for the Montreal Canadiens. Then I want to mention to you guys Then you have Juraj Slavkovsky, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. He has 0 goals since the December 1st with the Montreal Canadiens. Then Joel Armia, 0 goal. Again, he has 0 goals this season, 3 assists only for 3 points. I did not mention inside of those players, guys, Drouin, Hoffman, Pesada, Pitlick, Dadonov. Those players did not play the full month of December because of injuries or the LT scratch. But I want to mention 2 defensemen have a good month and 2 rookies for the Montreal Canadiens. Caden Coley, unfortunately, got hurt the last 2 games with the Montreal Canadiens. But he have 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. Same like Doc and they were red guys. So to give you an idea of the productivity of Caden Coley. Then finally, Albert Jekai, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. The month of December are the best 2 defensemen for the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, the goaltender first, Jake Allen, 371 with 7 games with over above .900 save percentage. And then you have 7 games of the 11 game he played. He has 3 goals again in less, but still have only 3 W in the month for the Montreal Canadiens because Montreal did not score. They have below almost 2 goals per game. So that's the biggest problem for the Montreal Canadiens. Jake Allen suffer. What I'm surprised, guys, is they have 15 games in the month of December, and Montembeault play only 4 games. That's what is really strange for me. He has 1, 2, and 1 for Montembeault. He have 2 games, obviously, for him. He gave 7 goals against of the 4 game he played for the Montreal Canadiens during the month of December. And that's give you an idea, guys, what happening for the Montreal Canadiens. Something you have to pay attention more. In the last 10 games in the month of December, they are 1-8-1, the Montreal Canadiens. And that's the biggest problem on the month of December. Like I mentioned, the goal 4 is not there. The power play struggle. And then the PK was the worst in NHL. Put this all together. This is a perfect recipe that one of the worst team in the NHL during the month of December. So that's complete, guys. This subject, I would like to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this subject. And let's move on for the next subject of the day. My next subject of the day, guys, is about the Montreal Canadiens 2023 resolution. After we talk about negativity the month of December, now it's time to talk about some hope and dream big. Remember, at the beginning of the year, we all kind of resolution we want to do during the next 12 months for your life. It's a list for Montreal Canadiens Resolution 2023. First of all, get an extra first round draft pick 2023. It could be from friend trade at the deadline like Monahan and other players for the Montreal Canadiens get more assets for the Montreal to get more picks for the next 2 years. Then they would love to have finishing at the bottom NHL. It's very important to finish at 29, 30, 31, 20, 32. Why? Because you have really 4 super elite players in the NHL draft 2023. Talking about Bedard, Fantilli, Carlson, and then Michkov. So for Montreal Canadiens, it would be very important if you have a possibility to finish at the bottom 4. Then my next resolution is about the Florida Panthers out of the playoff and hope they finish at the bottom 10 and the standings. So give a chance for the Montreal Canadiens to select twice, 2 times at the top 10 NHL draft 2023. But what about a bigger dream? Always said, right? Dream big. But that's the case for the Montreal Canadiens. Why not to win the NHL draft lottery? Not only by the Montreal Canadiens pick, but why not to win, of course, with the Florida Panthers? And let's dreaming bigger because the Montreal Canadiens could select number 1 and number 2 to get better with Fantilli, better with Carlson, better with Michkov. Who knows? But this is the dream big of the Montreal Canadiens to win the both pick lottery for the NHL draft 2023. Then they dream a possibility to trade one of them, maybe 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. It's Armia, Gallagher, and Hoffman. They are right now the 3 players. They are not considered maybe in the future for Montreal Canadiens with high salary cap. Armia at $3.4 million with 2 more years. Gallagher 4 more years at 6.2.5. Then Hoffman carry on 1 more year at $4.5 million. Then the next one is about fix some hole inside the roster for 2023. First of all, a right defenseman. That would be great if they can find a new right defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. A second center, if ever Manan leave the building, would be important for the Montreal to find a second center. Then a bottom six forward. We need more. We need better player what we have right now for the Montreal Canadiens. This is another resolution for 2023. And then it's about progression with the AB. Then it's about the progression with the Montreal Canadiens prospect for 2023. And this is really important for them. They continue to developing the players for the Montreal Canadiens prospect. I'm talking about Lane Hudson, talking about Sean Farrell, talking about Joshua Roy. I'm talking about Logan Mailloux. They are possibly four of the top 10 prospect Montreal Canadiens for the hockey club. We want them to develop, with them to progress. We want them for the next 2-3 years to be a part of the roster. But I'm thinking about a better resolution for 2023 for the next roster Montreal Canadiens. It possibly Owen Beck. Can we open a spot for Owen Beck? Can we find a way to Justin Barron make the team at the beginning of the season as a right defenseman? Then what about Emil Henneman? I think this kid played very well with the Montreal Canadiens during the training camp. Can have a chance or possibility to have a spot. What's happening for them for the roster 2023? They are, guys, my resolution and my dream big for the Montreal Canadiens. We'll see what's happening. For those resolutions, I'm targeting more to finish at the bottom 4 in NHL from 29-32. And please, let's winning the NHL Draft Lottery 23 and get Connor Bedard for the Montreal Canadiens. I will see what's happening, but I would love to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of resolution you would like to Montreal get for 2023. Maybe you like some of what I just talked about, or maybe you have other resolution I didn't mention. I would like to hear from you. And that's complete, guys, all my subject I have for you for episode 219. Here we go, guys. The first AB Daily News 2023 is done. We talk about the World Junior Championship update, the review month of December, and then we talk about the resolution 2023 for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't forget my next video. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the month of January, preview month for the Montreal Canadiens. But before we leave, we invite you, please, click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and leave me a comment about this episode. And I want to remind you guys, of course, you have greatness inside of you. And Happy New Year again for each one of you. Until my next video, I wish you an amazing, blessing day, everybody.